students. Today I am going to teach you sociology. Date is 1st May 2020. The chapter is Patterns of Social Inequality and Exclusion, Part 4. This is Part 4. Now, today there are subtopics. Disability is as much a social as a physical thing. Next is differently abled. Next topic is differently abled and poverty. Three main discriminations of untouchability. OBCs are much more diverse group than the Dalits. Now, first, disability is as much a social as a physical thing. The disabled are struggling not because they are physically or mentally challenged, but also society is built in a manner that does not cater to the needs. In the Indian context, one of the leading scholars of disability, Anita Ghai, argues that invisibility of the disabled can be compared to the Invisible Man of Ralph Ellison, which is famous indictment against the racism against African Americans in USA. Common features of the public perception of disability are: पहला, disability is understood as a biological factor. Whenever a disabled person is confronted with problems, it is taken for granted that the problem originated from her impairment. The disabled person is seen as a victim. Disability is supposed to be linked with the disabled individual's self-perception. The very idea of disability suggests that they are in need of help. In India, in a culture that looks up a bodily perfection, all deviations from the perfect body signify abnormality, defect and distortion. Labels such as bechara accentuate the victim's status for disabled person. The roots of such attitude lie in the cultural conception that views an impaired body a result of the fate. Destiny is seen as the culprit and disabled people are the victim. The common perception view disability as redistribution for the past karma action from which there can be no reprieve. The dominant cultural construction in India therefore looks at disability as essentially a characteristic of the individual. The popular thing images in mythology portray the disabled in an extremely negative fashion. The very term disabled challenges each of the assumption. The disabled are rendered disabled not because of biology but because of society. The social construction of disability has yet another dimension. There is a close relationship between disability and poverty. Malnutrition, mothers weakened by frequent childbirth, inadequate immunization programs, accidents in overcrowded homes all contribute to an incidence of disability among the poor. People, that is higher among people living in easier circumstances. Disability creates and exacerbates poverty by increasing, isolating an economic strain not just for the individual but for the family. Recognition of disability is absent from the wider educational discourse. This is even evident from the historical practice within the educational system that continues to marginalize the issues of disability by maintaining two separate streams, one for disabled students and one for everyone else. The concept of inclusion is all an experimental concept in our educational system which is restricted to few public schools. Now, differently abled. Differently abled, the disabled who are physically and mentally challenged, terms earlier they were called handicapped. Now they are called mentally retarded, physically challenged and disabled. Earlier they were called crippled. Now they are called physically challenged. Earlier they were called blind. Now they are called visually impaired. Earlier they were called deaf. Now they are called learning impaired. Dumb. Earlier they were called dumb. Now they are called speech impaired. These terms have changed as these terms are very derogatory and should not be used. They are not only physically and mentally challenged, but they are socially discriminated and not integrated into society like mainstream. These terms are used loosely and are considered as insult. Features: it is biologically given, genetic, can be due to accidents. To blame goes to karma, fate. They are considered to be victim of fate and are fiercely independent. Everything that they do is attributed to the disability. People show sympathy and pity, but they don't want it. Disability is linked with their self-perception. Fiercely independent, whether they have a poor perception of themselves. We feel that disabled people are in need of help. In the past, in the mythological movies, the negative character is differently abled person. The differently abled are discriminated, but society does not accept them. Differently abled and poverty. They do not have the life chances, opportunity that the others have. They are not educated, cannot get job, and this led to poverty. If they are not accepted by their family, it leads to begging. Due to poor condition, unsanitary conditions, improper health and education, mother has too many children, no polio drops, lead to disabilities. That is inadequate immunization on crowded housing. According to 2001 census, 2.19 crore people in India are physically challenged. The differently able began protesting and forming association and laws by the government. Nowadays in the walls and airports there are bathrooms for them. There are separate educational facilities, tamanna, but they want to be integrated with the mainstream. Provisions are being made in schools, courts, malls, airports like parking, ramp, lifts, buses, but it is not enough. Most of the hospital doesn't have ramps. In the rural areas, the parents want separate wells for the water and provisions in the educational facilities. The awareness is increasing, but the number of disabled are also increasing. Now, three main dimensions of untouchability. Explain the main dimensions of untouchability. In the analysis of the term untouchability, three things are clearly apparent: exclusion, humiliation, subordination, and exploitation. Humiliation and subordination, exploitation. Exclusion is unique and not practiced against. It is a form of exclusions. Other groups, for instance, being prohibited from sharing drinking water sources or participating in collective religious worship, social ceremonies and festivals. Untouchability may lead to forced inclusion in a subordinated role, such as being compelled to play the drum at religious function, performance of publicly visible acts of self-humiliation, subordination. Self-humiliation. Subordination is an important aspect in practicing untouchability. Untouchability is always associated with economic exploitation of various kinds, most commonly through the imposition of forced, unpaid or underpaid labor or the confiscation of property. Untouchability is a pan-Indian phenomenon, although its specific forms and intensity vary considerably across regions and socio-historical contexts. Untouchables have been referred to collectively by many names over the centuries. Whatever the specific etymology of these names, they are all derogatory and carry a strong charge. Gandhi popularized the term Harijan in the 1930s to counter the derogatory charge carried by the caste names. Now next is OBC are as much more diverse group than Dalits. Jawaharlal Nehru, as Prime Minister, appointed a commission to look into the measures for the welfare of OBC. The first backward commission was headed by Kaka Kalekar, submitted its report in 1953, but it was being sidelined. From the mid-50s, OBC became a regional affair pursued by the state rather than centre. In the early 20th century, the southern states started political agitation. Because of these powerful social movements, policies to address the problem of OBC were in place long before they were discussed in northern states. The issue of OBC came to the forefront in the regime of United Front government headed by VP Singh. The second backward class commission headed by VP Mandal was appointed. This time it was only in 1990 when the central government decided to implement the 10-year-old Mandal Commission report that the OBC became a major issue. Politicization of OBC allows them to convert their large number into political influence. The large disparity between upper OBC who are landed caste and enjoy dominance in rural society in many regions. The lower OBCs who are very poor and disadvantaged and are often not very different from Dalits in socio-economic status make this a difficult political category to work with. OBCs are severely underrepresented in all spheres except land holding and political representation. The situation of upper OBC is dominant in rural areas. The urban OBC is much worse, being very close to that of SC and ST. That's all.